Hey everyone, this is Christy, SaltyStitcherDesigns. This is Floss Tube number 54. Welcome back. If you are new to my channel, this is a channel about cross stitch. This is my fifth take on the intro. My kitties are all around me jumping up, so if you hear them or see them, they are just really active today. I have one just right by my side here. Anyway, again, if you're new to this channel, this is a channel about cross stitch, and this is my January update. So we have one FFO to show you, a few whips. I'm going to talk some whip go and some plans, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first thing I wanted to show you was my first FFO. This is the Nautical Snowflake. I think I showed this in my last video. It is my own design. It is 50 stitches by 50 stitches. There we go. It's stitched on Live and Die LA blank canvas and with Weeks Dye Works Ocean. And the number is 1282 if you're taking notes. So here's a Nautical Snowflake. It is a quick stitch. I think I did it on the plane, and I finished it with just a piece of rope around it. I left it in the hoop, covered the back with some fabric that I had. So this was a fun little stitch. This is a great gift, like a small. It's not more than maybe 4 inches by 4 inches, depending on what you stitch it on. So this is like a great retreat gift if you're heading to the next retreats, or just something to hang up. I call it a snowflake because it's small, it's kind of petite, you can hang it anywhere, really light. So, but you can see I have some sailboats here. I have anchors on the ends, the anchor chain, lighthouse. Anyway, it's a fun little stitch. You can stitch it like this, stitch it like that. Either way, a lot of fun. So this is my FFO. This will be in my shop probably next week. I have to get all of the patterns out to the distributors first, and then it'll pop in my shop as a PDF, and you can get it paper copy at your local needlework shop. So again, Nautical Snowflake. And now I wanted to jump into my whips. So I should start with just my whip go board. So January whip go numbers were 9 and 22. So for me, I had 3 designs per number to work on for the month. So the first one was my own design, and I'll try and put the board, my whip go board, up here. First one was my own design, and I'm not going to show that. I gave you a few sneak peeks in the last video, so if you want to see them, you can go take a look. The second one was my pelican. So this is a full coverage project. My great white African pelican. There we go. I've shown you this before. I took this picture on a trip to South Africa. The pelican was about 3 feet from me. Ran it through a few filters to brighten up some of the colors on his beak or her beak, and I'm just excited to stitch this. So the stitch count is 266 by 678, and that's to accommodate the beak there, and 110 DMC colors. So I think I have a picture when you last saw it, so I'll put that up here. But I think I managed to put about 400 stitches in. So there was a lot of prep for this because I changed devices and I like to use Pattern Keeper. So I had to upload the pattern in Pattern Keeper, or upload the pattern into Pattern Keeper, but it was on my new device, so I lost what I had stitched already. So it took a little preparation to get set back in Pattern Keeper again. But I'm working in the top left portion of the pattern, so right up here in the water, so you can see the color change there, and I'm working my way over to the pelican's head. Yeah, so that's where we are. So this is going to go to the wayside for just a bit. put that down there. And then for whip go number 9, Star of Sumatra. So the way I have it set up is the 3 patterns that I stitch on: my own design first, then a full coverage, and then another design of my choosing, just a whip that I have out there that I really enjoy stitching. So this next one was Star of Sumatra by Ink Circles. And a lot of you have seen this. This was maybe a market release last year. There, that's better without the glare. So I'm working up here in the top left portion, and I managed to get another row in. So probably another 500 stitches, and I'm using the called for Gloriana silk. So yeah, this is where I am so far. I made some good progress. So mostly all the way down here in this row, and then over here, down here. So I love how this is coming out. This is stitched on Under the Sea Fabrics Tiramisu. I think this might be my favorite color to stitch on. It seems like all of the silks seem to pop on this color. So I really enjoy Tiramisu. I think I have it various sizes in my stash. So that was Star of Sumatra. Okay, so next whip go number was 22, and again, stitched on my own design, and then worked on my diver. So this is Diver and Buddha. This is a friend who went diving about 30 feet of water in Hawaii and found a Buddha sitting down there. It's a fun pattern. I ran it through a bit of a filter just to make some of the colors pop, because underwater it's really hard to get there. So, and this is what I have so far. So this is how far across. So I've done 2 corners here, but predominantly I worked down here and a little bit up here. So this is a fun pattern, and really enjoy working on this one. I've seemed to have neglected my full coverages lately, and it's nice to get back to them in stitching. So that was Diver and Buddha. And then my last whip for whip go in January was Lady of the Flag. And you know her, you love her, you just really hate to pay the $200 and some odd on eBay for her. So I was lucky enough to find one, not at $12. Again, that just makes me chuckle every time. And I got some great progress on her crown. Or no, the light. I got some great progress up here on the torch. And then also finished, or started coming down on this next page to do the rest of the flag. There we go. Let me hold her up. There we go. Yeah, she's coming out beautifully, and I'm doing the blue conversion online. So if you're part of the Lady of the Flag Facebook group, I think it's the Lady of the Flag Facebook group, they have a bunch of conversions in there that you can use, or that you can do. I chose the blue one. I think I like that one best. So pretty excited. I'm saving the beading for the end. I like to use the Nerge. I like to use the Nerge frames, and I don't want to crush any of the beads. So I think I'm gonna have to wait until the end to do a lot of the beading, which is okay. So those are my whips. We'll go into plans here and talk a little bit about what I'm stitching in February and the whip go numbers. So I'm just going to reset here. Be right back. Okay, let's talk February whip go. So the whip go numbers were whip go number 3 and 24. So again, for 3, I'll be working on my own design, and then I will be working on the Asian lanterns. Actually, this is a new start. I finally got my act together and put it all together for the Asian lanterns. And I will put the picture up here. It might be a little bit easier to see, or at least more vibrant. But I took this picture in Vietnam, and we were in, I want to say, Da Nang, and walking down, just down the street, I looked down one of the alleyways, and it was just this amazingly beautiful alley with a bunch of lanterns. So this is kind of a cropped version of that. To include the entire alley would be chaos, but this is just a little cross section of that alley and all of the lanterns. So she's big, 599 by 570 stitches, 129 DMC colors. I am doing it on an easy grid fabric. I think I'm doing it on 28 count easy grid. I have not decided whether I'm doing full crosses or whether I'm doing 10 stitch or a half cross. We will see how it looks. Okay, so that is those are the Asian lanterns. Oh, and then I'll be working on Cosmic Mermaid. And Cosmic Mermaid, so I have a bunch of mermaids, and this is where I am so far. So Cosmic Mermaid is from Primitive Hair. This is the, there we go. This is the entire pattern, so I'll give you a close-up. There, now it's in focus. And this is where I'm at with Cosmic Mermaid. So that's coming along nicely. So I'll put a few stitches in her. Okay, and then let's see. Okay, whip go number 24. Again, working on a few new designs. And then my husband asked me to stitch, it's almost like a black and white of his two cats, Harry and Bessie. So this is the picture that I took while I was on a trip in Australia of the two of them napping on the couch. And it was kind of perfect. Harry is laying on this nice little wool poof. Has a hint of color in it, a hint of orange, but they're mostly black and white cats, and they were on a jet black couch. So this is going to be a fun one to stitch. I am so glad I've got the big spool of DMC Black 310. This one is 500 stitches by 162 stitches, and again, I'm using, I think, 32 count easy grid fabric. And again, probably going to do 10 stitch on this one. And then the last one for number 24 is the Mermaid of Salem Bay. Again, another Primitive Hair mermaid. I do have the called for fabric and the called for colors. And this is where I am at on her. So not much progress, but I would like to go ahead and finish her and put her up in the office. So at work, I'm moving offices. We're moving from our downtown location up onto the Navy base. Hey, Miss Sonia, what are you doing? What are you doing? You cannot see the little kitty. Oh, there's her tail. All right, baby, come on. No. Okay. Yeah, so we're moving from our downtown location to the Navy base, and I'm gonna have another office to decorate, and I think these mermaids will be perfect in there. Okay, so that is Whip Go. Those are my plans for February. That's what predominantly I'm going to be stitching on. And as I mentioned a few times before, I'm working on some new designs. Miss Sonia. Hey. Okay. All right. We're good. Working on some new designs, and I am hoping to have them done prior to Stitch West. So if you're going to Stitch West in April, I'll have a few new designs for you to take a look at. And then, so my plans for, I guess, the retreat season, they're coming together pretty nicely this year. I thought it was going to be a drought of retreats, but yeah, it's coming together. So heading to Stitch West in April, and I'm on the wait list for StitchCon in June. I'll be heading to Stitching in the Wild with Gary and Ronnie down in Alabama in September. Pretty excited about that. And I'm on the wait list for Stitch West in October. And then also, I am not able to make it to Nashville Needlework Market this year. I'll be on travel with my husband, but I will be participating in the virtual needlework either expo if it's happening this year, and or marketplace, which I think is scheduled for August. So a lot of my designs will be there for needle workshops. I think I'm going to have roughly six new designs prior to StitchCon. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to be a stitching fool. And yeah, I think those are my plans. Wanted to thank all of the floss tubers out there. It is insane the number of floss tubes going right now, but I just wanted to mention a few that are kind of keeping me sane, and some of the ones that I just go to each week to take a look to see if there's a new one out there. The first one is needs no introduction, Pam and Steph with Just Keep Stitching, and Garon Stitchery, Gary and Ronnie. You guys have been hitting out of the park. I absolutely love the shop updates that you've been giving by alphabet. So I think you were up to C, maybe D. Anyway, at least I'm up to C or D. But those have been a lot of fun to watch, looking at all of the designs that you have. And they also keep their website super up to date. So if you're looking for Nashville Marketplace releases and looking to pre-order, I love just going to Gary and Ronnie's site. So shout out, kudos to you guys for that. Always best customer service. I always love watching Teresa Little Stitcher over in England. So if you haven't taken a look at her, Floss Tube, go over and pay her a visit. She has some wonderful patterns that she's doing. I love her Fancy Ladies. I love her Shatter Lanes and some of her full coverage work that she's working on. And then finally, Snug Harbor Crafts. Deb and Kath, you're always just a ball to watch. Love catching up with you each week, even if it is just virtually. So I'm going to put those links down below in the description. And some new designs. Okay, so I showed you the, oh no, right there, Nautical Snowflake, and then I also have the sunflower pattern right there, Life, Light, and Love. I'm waiting on the printers to send me all of the patterns, and those will be in your local needle workshop, or available to your local needle workshop shortly. So I think that is it. I think I'm going to sign off now and go get stitching for today. So thanks for spending some time with me. I know there are a lot of floss tubes out there, and I'm thrilled if you made it this far into my video. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you in a few weeks. Thanks a lot. Bye.